Hey guys, Kurt again. Time Machine Transport. I got cut off on the other video. I was yapping too much, so I got that one downloading. So that's the first of two videos because Kurt likes to talk. So, anyways, as I was saying about the watermark. So now what's going to possibly happen is now they're going to find out that a lot of the mail-ins were fraudulent, or maybe they won't, but we think they probably will. Now, just like I told everybody, watch out because this is a script. It's supposed to play out like this. It's supposed to play out like one of two ways. So the left was screaming, Biden has great numbers. Biden's going to win the majority, the overall. He's going to win the electoral. He's going to win this. And the attitude of the left just skyrocketed. It went through the roof, right? Yeah, 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 yeah. Now all of a sudden, and everybody's still talking about it. Yeah, you Trump supporters, you guys, fuck you, blah blah blah, all this other stuff, and then their hopes are way up here. But now everything's stopped. Now it's Trump's gonna buy the election. They're gonna find out that Trump is the victor on this. That's kind of what my theory was. My theory was remember the movie, the Christmas Story with the little kid with the Red Ryder BB gun, the kid with the glasses? And he wanted his Red Ryder BB gun. That's all he wanted. He had dreams, literally dreams of him as a cowboy, a little cowboy with his Red Ryder BB gun saving a woman tied to the train tracks. So they were all dreaming of a Biden win. They were dreaming of their Red Ryder BB gun. Well, on Christmas Day, the kid was very disappointed because he didn't have a Red Ryder BB gun. But his dad had it hidden behind the Christmas tree, right? Well, then when the kid takes it outside, he shoots and it ricochets off of a piece of ice and knocks and during the whole, I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen the Christmas Story, but maybe some of you have not. And the whole time he's asking for a Red Ryder BB gun to Santa when he goes to the department store and sits on Santa's lap, and I want a Red Ryder BB gun, but he'll shoot your eye out, kid. So now, when the kid goes out and he shoots his Red Ryder BB gun for the first time, he almost takes his eye out. So I'm telling my buddies this analogy, and I'm like, so all these Dems and all these Biden supporters are looking for their Red Ryder BB gun, and they're stoked, Well, guess what? They pull that Red Ryder BB gun and they realize they're not going to get a Red Ryder BB gun. And it goes fucking ballistic. Absolutely ballistic. Because if Trump does become the victor, and I like I said, I think this is all scripted. I've said this. You can go on Smokey Hardwick's channel. You can ask the dude. I've told him now for the last month or so. This is all a script. This is all going to be played out. This is meant to be because of the QAnon thing and this and everybody following QAnon and everything else and Trump not arresting the Clintons or the Obamas or this or that or blah, blah, blah. So anyway, so this is a script. So it either plays out now. Okay, so now you got the Red Ryder BB gun crew or club, and then all of a sudden Trump sneaks in through the back door, snatches the Red Ryder BB gun, and now he's the victor and everything goes fucking inflamed. Everything goes crazy. That's scripted. However, it could also go this theory. Still scripted, but whenever you create a movie, I'm sure there's not just one script. When they first are looking at the movie, they're going through different scripts. My other script is they know that they're going to be found out. They know they're in trouble. That's why they haven't come up with it yet. They know that those ballots, if there are watermarked on the mail-ins, they know for a fact they're busted. They're busted. So they're deriving a plan right now. What are we going to do? We're literally going to be busted in our own game. And then they're going to find out not only are we busted this election, we're busted the last election before that, the last election before that, the last election before that. They're going to find out that this, because somebody has the goods on them. and they know that they're popped. But most importantly, this one, because according to all the poll, I mean, and I don't really believe the polls anyways, but I do believe people that are out there voting and talking and you know supporting this and supporting that. You know, supposedly this was the largest voter turnout. The turnout numbers were the most in American history, I guess. Now that I do believe, somewhat. But now, if they get caught this election, the largest turnout in history, and they find out that it was all fake, that it was all fraudulent on the left side, they know that they're going to get busted. They know they are. Why do you think Biden has to come out and really he came out very weakly, very weak, very weak. Him and Kamala, they came out with like a minute and 30-second speech saying, you know, we're pretty confident, blah blah blah, you know, or they they said something about it's you can go on Fox. I looked it up on Fox. It was very weak. It was like a minute 30 seconds, minute 39 seconds. You can go on Fox. It was just like yesterday or something. Very weak. Basically saying, you know, it's a hard process and this and that. Now, if this were reversed and Trump was in Biden's shoes, Trump would be coming out just like he already came out the day after the election, or I'm sorry, it would be the next day. So on around 2 a.m. on the 4th, he came out, him and Pence, and said, listen, these numbers don't make sense. So, and like I said, it's all script, man. It's a soap opera. This is a soap opera as the United States turns, I swear. So now, if that were Trump, he'd be coming out hooting and hollering like he did at 2 a.m. on the 4th. But Biden and Harris come out and just so weak. Like, yeah, you know, it's a long process, and you know, we believe that we will win. Not very motivated, that's for sure. Very skeptical. So they know. I believe they know. Now, the theory. So they know that they're going to get popped. They know that they're in trouble. Their constituents are literally going to be witch hunting. They're going to be gathering in the masses with broomsticks and shovels and clubs and burning crosses, and they're literally going to want their heads. Their senators' heads, their congress people's heads, their aldermen's heads, their mayor's heads, their vice president, any vice president or any vice president, they are going to want their head. Do you think that the two... There is a small, whenever you're if you're an ex-vice president or president, you do have a security or a Secret Service detailed to you for the rest of your life. Do you think that one or two agents following you, you think that they're going to protect you when there's a mob of 100 people coming to your house? No, I don't think so. They're kind of done protecting your corrupt ass anyways. So therefore, they know their constituents are going to want their heads. They know they're in trouble. So what do we do to get out of this mess? You cut the power. Because as a constituent or as a person out here, and like I've said in previous videos, the best prepared you can be is for a power out scenario. That's the best way. That's why we built our Faraday cage. That's why we did this. That's why we did that. That's why we got this. That's why we got this. That's why we cover our walkie-talkies and our night vision goggles with aluminum foil twice. And that's why we do this. My wife and I, are you kidding me? You know how many hours that we have in this? How much money we have in this? How many blood, sweat, and tears we have in this? It takes a while. And fortunate enough for me, you know, my wife pulled stock out of what she had, and I dumped every penny I had into it, and all my time and all her time. So anyways, all that aside, it takes a long time. So that's why I say the best case scenario you can have is for a power out scenario. Well, how are you and how are me and how are the rest of us going to be notified if this is a fraud? What are you looking at right now? Your phone, your tablet, your desktop, your laptop, any power device you have. That is exactly how you're going to be notified or informed that it was fraud. So you have problem, reaction, or problem, reaction, solution, right? The problem, there's fraud. The problem is they're scared. The reaction is cut the power, and that's the solution. The only way we can be notified on this fraud is through our electronic devices. Think about it. So, the first script that the movie director wrote, or the person that writes the scripts, now this is the second script. So they're saying, okay, which is going to be in our best interest? It'd be cut the power would be in their best interest, because if Trump squeaks out a victory, actually I think that would probably be in their best interest, because I mean, regardless, they need population reduction anyways. At the end of the day, look up the Georgia Guidestones if you don't know what I'm talking about. But anyways, so Trump squeaks out the victory. The Red Ryder BB Club, they go ape shit. Everything goes messed up. We're in a lot of shit then. Martial law, possibly, whatever the case is. Or the second script, the one that I think is more believable or in their best interest, is cut the power, because they will be found out about this fraud. And it's quite possible. And here's another thing. So, if okay, say it's not a script, right? Say it's not a script. And say there is a democracy, right? And say the numbers go and Biden does win and he's our president and we go on the next 4 years and Trump could run again, I believe, or one of his kids could run again. But do you think that Trump is going to take this sitting down if we do have a democracy? If we really do live in a land of, rainbows and flavored water coming out of the taps and everything's hunky dory, do you think that Trump is just going to take this sitting down? Absolutely not. So the people that should really be fearful would be CNN, CSNBC or CNNBC, Fox, any large media outlet should be petrified, shaking in their shoes. Do you think Trump is not going to create a cable network for a news source that would outdo everyone, a truthful media outlet that is on cable TV? Do you think that they would not be the people that would listen to Trump's network? If this is true democracy and this is going and Trump is not our president and Biden is elected, hey, I accept it, just like I accepted Obama. However, do you think Trump's not going to create a news network on cable to bring out corruption on everybody? This, and that. And maybe he hasn't arrested the Clintons or the Obamas or whatever, because his family's definitely lives are at stake and dying maybe a horrible way. Maybe, I don't know. So anyways, so all that aside, if this is true democracy, this is not the last time we've seen Trump, and he's going to create a news network on cable that will basically destroy the deep state. And then what? They have to cut the power because they don't want it to be found out. I think either way, it kind of goes to a power down scenario. Like I said, I hope not, but a small part of me does, because I'm sick of this higher echelon in this deep state and all this other chaos and mayhem that we face every day. So anyways, I'm done yapping. It's just a couple theories I have, and let you guys know about the watermarks and stuff like that. So, but anyways, make sure you have your preparations in order. Make sure you have your house in order. Make sure you be right with God. And that's pretty much all I can say. Mom, I love you. Cousin Dan, I love you. Pastor Rick, I love you. My brother-in-law, Tim, I love you. Anyways, I hope this video finds you well. I hope you like the content. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Ciao.